people who no longer in Chinese restaurant, but who still like to do, cooking business. They're learning how to make sushis. So pretty soon you're gonna have a glut of sushi restaurants. Not gonna be opened by China. I mean Japanese. It's gonna be Chinese or Thai or Vietnamese. Chinese from both straight. Mainland Taiwan. It's not hard to make sushi. So and nobody knows the difference. Put on a turban and domo arigato. It works. So I think it's like that. You can't have too much of it. It creates too much competition. So when it's time for you to move up the ladder, you have to move up the ladder.
Yeah.
So each family has their own time.
Going back to putting the restaurant in the context of the community, how do you feel your restaurant has impacted the surrounding area, if at all?
Our restaurant is like a focal point for many families. They would like a soccer game at the end of the season. They would bring the players and the coach, and they would have like a meeting in the back where everybody gets a trophy. And then we have also the baseball teams. We also have the local groups like the Rotary Club and American Legion Club, and they all come in here on a schedule, a couple times a year. So we're part of the community. And like graduation nights, it's free egg rolls.
Yeah.
It's volunteer work.
Do you think that your restaurant has brought more Chinese culture to the surrounding area? Like you've introduced people, you've shown people what Chinese food can be like, and what Chinese culture can be like.
I think we've shown what the difference between certain dishes can be. Like certain dishes, we have our own interpretation. And sometimes they go, oh wait a minute, it's not supposed to be like this. Well, now the thing is, you want to be like true to your cooking style, but sometimes you do have to make adjustments, so that it becomes acceptable to the majority. Over the years, I think we have many of our customers are foreign officers, State Department. They know a lot about Chinese food. Many of them speak Chinese, and it's gratifying to see that when they eat something, it says, that's what it should taste like. It really is good. But then of course there's other customers that, what is this? I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it's just different taste palettes.
But you have to accept that everybody's different. You try to please the majority. And if people want to make adjustments, or if they tell you ahead of time, then you can still. If they tell you after the fact, then you try to make them a new dish. You going by the preference. Basically, you want them to be happy. Customers after all.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you mind? So you have the big Chinese vases.
Palace vase. Palace vase tend to be very big because the palace is very tall and very big.
Yeah.
So if you anything smaller, you just won't be able to see it. So everything in the palace is oversized. It's like that. That's a pretty
Then over here we have. How do you zoom in? Yeah. All right.
That's the Nine Dragons screen. That's from Taiwan, made in 1975. I think.
Do the 9 dragons represent something?
9 dragons. You can have a 10. 10, which is 10,000, is the sign of the emperor. So everything has to be 99999. Cannot have a 10.
Oh yeah.
One say is only for, or the Japanese say banzai, only refer to the emperor. One say 10,000 years. You can have, nobody can have that. Only, you can have 9,000 years. That's the second highest rank.
And in the back, we have 4 decorative traditional Chinese panels. And if you notice in the upper right corner, there's Chinese writing going down the side. But I don't know what that says because I cannot see and I don't know Chinese. These are some pretty flowers. And actually, some people might miss this, but if you look at the ceiling, you'll see that the tiling is also in a traditional Chinese design with dragons going around the concentric circles.
Yeah, it's wood, painted.
It's painted wood?
Yeah.
Cool.
Plaster on wood.
And even the lights have some indication of the Orient on them.
This is made 1979.
The painting?
Hunan embroidery, 1979. It was hung at the Munich Exposition.
Mm-hmm.
The year Deng Xiaoping wants to start doing business, they sent a delegation to Munich, the first Chinese delegation to do business outside of China. And they make this to show the dove is for peace, and the mudan is for prosperity. Basically, it's peace and prosperity.
So this is actually not a painting, it's an embroidery made with thread.
If you look closer, you can see the way it's very finely made. The best piece in China, they weren't able to sell it in Munich because nobody appreciates those things.
Yeah.
So we bought it in the Friendship Store,
Mm-hmm.
1979.
And then moving over here, in that little corner, there are a couple of festive Chinese lamps hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Qingdao beer.
Qingdao, what?
Qingdao beer.
Qingdao beer too?
Qingdao beer. See, it says Qingdao beer.
Oh, yeah, I see. That's pretty cool. Okay, how do you turn this off, Joey?
Again, I think going back to my initial point, that I think for the long-term, foreseeable future, you are going to have 2 large global automakers just, slugging it out, whether it's here in the North American market where there's a real price premium for vehicles that are sold here, or in the developing markets.
Mm-hmm. That's I guess my final question, I think, is just kind of